What's up, guys? Today I'm going to try and find out what a 9mm will do to a car hood at 300 yards. Last time I tried the 22 long rifle, I've left everything set up exactly how it was from that last test so we can get a good comparison between these two rounds. Except this time I also set up a few more jugs around, like down here, just in case I miss, which is extremely likely, especially from a handgun at this range. And I'm going to be using these S&B 115 grain FMJs. These bullets drop a lot at this range. I pulled up a ballistic chart of these rounds using the average velocity from when I chronograph tested them. So according to this ballistic chart here, they drop 132 inches at 300 yards, which is exactly 11 feet. But they still have 127 foot-pounds, which is nearly as much as a 22 long rifle at point blank. So it'll be interesting to see what effect they have on the hood at this range. Alright, now let's go ahead and get started with the test. I also got my zoom camera set up again. Let's pull that up now. And of course now we got a pretty strong wind going on again. I'm just going to have to aim for what I think is about 11 feet above the hood. Hopefully we can at least get one good hit on target. Here goes. Okay, I'm back out here to look at our results now. And I already looked at my zoom camera footage where you could see the bullets flying through the air. And I'll have to say that was actually pretty funny to me. It looked like the bullets were just tumbling and changing course, going wherever they wanted to in mid-flight. It looked like we had one land all the way down here somewhere, one over there. They were landing all over the place. But we actually got one hit on our hood. A whole bunch of hits on all these manzanitas around here. Here's some hits on this first manzanita right here. Looks like we had one hit right here, one hit right here. Stopped in there and bounced out somewhere, obviously. You can see the mark. And it broke this whole piece of wood off, which is right here now. So it sent this thing flying. Nice little 9mm entry hole. But then we got more hits on that same tree. Looks like one here maybe even. Probably more up top. And then there's a hit right here, it looks like. Right here. Right here. And I even got a hit on my 12-inch AR 500 gong right here, which then splattered into the tree here, it looks like, with some fragments. A little bit of damage there. But then we got more hits on that same tree behind the gong. Right here. And definitely more up there, because from the impact camera footage you could see the tree wobbling. Looks like there's a hit up there. Probably more up there that I can't find. And look, we got a nice little hole right here. A perfect 9mm size entry hole. And no exit. So there's a 9mm stuck in its branch right here. But then we got another hit right here. But right behind the jug, just barely missed it. Then a bunch more hits on this tree right behind the other one. You can see a hit here. A hit here. Another hit right here. It even looks like there's some lead splatter right here somehow. Then we had a couple land right in front of the car hood. One here, one right there. But then we got one hit on the hood right there. And it went right through it. There's the entry hole from the 9mm at 300 yards. And with this hit, you can tell obviously it was just going some random direction, because look at that entry. I was shooting from this angle. It should have been a hit like that, but somehow it's like that. And when you watch the bullets flying through the air, my 8th shot is the one that hit the hood, and it looked like it came down from way up here. Like it was coming down this way, and then it must have just turned randomly and hit the hood. Like I was saying, they were just going wherever they wanted to, pretty much. And also, you could see it went right through it, and then hit the ground up there right next to that bottle, and knocked that bottle over. So after going through the car hood at a weird angle, the 9mm landed right here, and then sent that bottle down the hill a little bit. And there's no holes on it, but there is a bunch of dirt and dust splattered all over it, and it looks like maybe some fragment marks or rock marks, because right there it looks like it took a little bit of damage, you can see. Nothing too bad though, it's not leaking at all. So the 9 went through the car hood, landed right here, and then knocked it down there. And that was our only hit on the hood. Let's take a look underneath it just for fun. And that's where it went through, with a weird hole, because it was going sideways and tumbling in midair or whatever. Like there's the 9mm exit, and then it went out that way, landed by that bottle. But then we got more hits all over the place. I think one landed way over here, 5 feet to the right about. More landed up here. There's a hit right here. Looks like there's a hit on the tree right there. And then another hit right there in front of the bricks. And then we had one hit this tree here. And right here. It just broke the top off of that branch. And then we had another one land way up here. I think this was our highest hit, I'm not sure though. That's the highest one I could find. So look, it landed all the way up here, and there's our car hood down there. Like I said, they're going all over the place. So yeah, they are going all over the place, I'm not sure why. But at least we got one hit on the hood. So yes, the 9mm will definitely go through a car hood at 300 yards. And it seemed to do it with quite a bit of force still too, because it looked like it hit the ground pretty hard behind it. And it even knocked the bottle over, so it still had a decent amount of force after going through the car hood. I'm sure had the projectile hit the bottle, it would have went through it. Or at least inside of it, that's for sure. So I have no idea why those bullets seemed like they were just changing course and going wherever in mid-flight. I'm assuming it's because I was using only a 5-inch barrel, and with the 5-inch barrel the bullet doesn't spin enough through the rifling, I'm assuming. So once it's gone out a decent amount of range, 200 or 300 yards, the bullet all of a sudden just destabilizes and goes wherever it wants to. I think had I used a longer barrel, like a 16-inch barrel or so, the bullet would have spun a lot more through the longer rifling it would have had to travel through, and I think it would have stayed stable for quite a bit longer range. That's just my assumption. I have no idea why it actually happened, and that must be why handguns are better for close range. So if that's correct, that the shorter barrel doesn't spin the bullet enough to keep it stable to longer ranges, then clearly that means that longer barrels are more accurate at longer ranges. Because if that's true, then the longer the barrel is, the longer range the bullet stays stabilized before it starts tumbling or going random directions like we saw from those 9mm. And like I said, if you look at that entry hole, that's at a weird angle, because look, I was shooting from out there in front of that tall pine tree. So that's straight from here, so the bullet should have impacted like that. But look, it impacted like that. So pretty interesting results. I would say that these are certainly still lethal at this range. I definitely wouldn't want to get hit by one of those. But it looks like that's it. I can't find anything else. So the 9mm were still packing quite a bit of punch at this range, it looked like. Even with just about 130 foot-pounds. But anyways, that's all. Thanks for watching.